Hi guys, this is PackRat556 here, and I wanted to share with you for just a moment one of my newest acquisitions, which is this Leatherman multi-tool. I've heard a lot of rave about Leatherman multi-tools, and I never really knew exactly what it was all about until recently when I purchased this one. The model of this is the Surge, which is one of the full-size multi-tools made by Leatherman. I think it's one of the largest ones that they make. And I read some reviews of it on other websites who sell this tool, and several of the people that bought it complained about the size and the weight of it. That they ordered it and it was a lot larger than they expected. And I can understand that because this is a large tool and it's a little bit heavy compared to other tools as well. So if you're interested in this for everyday carry, for your belt or carrying it in your pocket, you might want to hold this tool and handle it a little bit before you order it, just to make sure that this is something that you're gonna be comfortable with. But my purpose for buying this was to carry in at my day pack or to carry in my survival backpack. So for me, the fact that it's a little bit larger and just a little bit heavier, it's like a ½ inch larger than the Wave, which a lot of people carry. Doesn't bother me too much because I like the fact that it's a very large, sturdy tool that I can really work with. Another thing that made my decision easy was, you can see what I paid for it, $40. So this is a tool that normally retails for anywhere from mid-70s to about $100. And so when I saw it for $40, I said, oh, I'm going to get the Surge. And I'm glad I did because I really like the tool. I think it's well made, as probably most Leatherman products are. And I'm going to take a moment just to show you the features that are on this particular multi-tool. First of all, let me start on this side. The standard clip point knife, which I really like the blade of this. This is one of the other things that made me want to buy it, is because it has this full-size blade. I say full-size, it's about 3 inches, I think, in length. And compared to my Gerber, which has like an 1.5 inch little blade that I can cut with, which is a good blade, but it's just small, I like this. I like carrying a multi-tool that has a blade that I can really work with on it. You can see here how all the attachments on the outside of the tool actually close. There's a spring here that locks the blade open, and to close the blade with one finger, and then you can push it closed. So that's how the blades actually work. And all 4 of the outer attachments are that way. On the other side is a matching serrated blade. So if you prefer the serrations, this knife has a really nice serrated blade, same length as the clip point knife as well. I haven't used this blade yet, I've only used the other blade. Alright, on the other side there are scissors, which is another thing about this tool that really convinced me to get it. You can see in comparison to my hand the length of the multi-tool, and look at the length of the scissors as well. A lot of multi-tools have little bitty snip scissors on it. This one has medium size to full size scissors in comparison to what other tools have. And if you've ever tried to cut something with those other scissors, you know, the smaller ones, you know, your thumb starts to hurt and you can barely cut, you have to snip like this. These are quite a bit bigger. These are at least double the size of what most multi-tools have. And I like the fact that they have the synthetic or plastic insert here that my thumb goes on, so it doesn't hurt when you really bear down. And I've actually done a little bit of test cutting with these, and it didn't hurt my thumb, and they cut quick, especially in comparison to other multi-tools. So the scissors were another thing on this that sold me. And there's one more outer attachment here, which is the blade exchanger. And right now it comes from the factory with a saw on it. And this is a really good saw. It's very sharp. It's a sharp saw. I'm sure it would cut well. I would say the only limitation to the saw would probably be the fact that you could only cut certain size materials just due to the length, but that's the nature of a multi-tool anyway. But this saw seems to be really good quality. I haven't gotten it out and really cut with it, but I'm sure it will. And as I said, this is an exchanger. One of the other attachments that came with the blade or with the tool is a file, and this actually is a dual file. It has on one side the more aggressive cross tooth file, and on this side it has a diamond, a very fine diamond edged file. So I think that would come in handy at some time as well. So those are outer attachments. Just to keep moving on, you can see the pliers. Now when you open these up, you've got really a full-size pair of pliers, which I really like because you're going to use those a bit and you're going to cut with them. I cut with them a lot, and it has a couple of different edges here to cut. The It has a regular wire cutter, and it also has a space to cut some of the like the hard wire, hard strands or whatever of wire. So I like the pliers, and when I hold these in my hand, when I squeeze down on them, the edges are rounded, so it feels good in my hand, doesn't hurt my hand. So I like that. This is a solid tool that I can work with. The other attachments to the multi-tool are found here on the side. You can also see that there is a ruler on the edge. If I open the multi-tool and make it straight with the handle, you can see I can use that to measure with, like this. So only thing is, if you need a measurement, it's right here where the pliers are. You're not going to be able to get it, but anywhere else along the way you can get that. Another thing that's here is, let's see, this is the bit exchanger. This is probably one of my other favorite things about this multi-tool, is because it has the exchanger here, which is pretty easy to change over from flathead to Phillips. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is a 5/16 bit, which is a pretty useful size. And if I understand correctly, also Leatherman makes a bit set that you can buy to use with these tools as well, to give me some more options here. To close this, you can actually see on the inside it's very easy. There's a button here. You just push that and this will close right back. And there's also on the side a can opener. Just probably the hardest thing to get to on here. You got to pull the bit out first, but it has the standard bottle opener, can opener attachment. Once in a while that comes in handy. For me, not that often. I have a large flat edge screwdriver, which is, sometimes pretty useful. Could be used for prying as well. And also, this is probably one of the other things that I use a lot, and that's the awl, which is here to anything from striking a fire steel. You can use it to bore holes through wood. It does have that needle eye, which I've never really used for anything, but it is there. Also in the middle, you can see there's another screwdriver, which is a precision screwdriver. If you wear glasses, this might be very handy for you. I don't, but I have needed a precision screwdriver a few times, so I would have it. And this is a flat edge bit here, and you can flip it over very easily, if I can find the hole, to create a Phillips. So once you flip it, it's just like the other bit. When you flip it, you've got both types of screwdriver on either end. And that's the main attachments that come with this Leatherman Surge. So it just doesn't have maybe as many attachments as some multi-tools, but it has the things that you'll really need and not a lot of wasted stuff. And the other thing is, the space is taken up with really good, robust tools that you can use, as compared to a bunch of little stuff that's not really workable. This is a sheath that comes with the Surge. It is a full leather. It's a nice, heavy done leather sheath, which I like. I like the nylon sheath that comes with some of the other models too, but this is a good sheath. And I mentioned before about the additional tools. There is a little space here that you can store behind your, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but behind your multi-tool in your sheath, you can have the attachments such as this file or any other things that you wanted to get. If you want a replacement saw blades, you could get that, and you can keep it right with you on the sheath. So just my initial impression, and a couple of times that I've used this, it's been really good. And just holding, I can tell the construction of Leatherman is really superior to my other tool. And so I just wanted to share with you guys in case you looked at the Surge. Again, I would suggest if you're going to get this for daily carry, hold it first before you buy it, and make sure it's the right size for you. I love mine, and I can see it's going to be real handy. So hope you guys enjoyed the review, and take care.